Are we live? I hope we are. I wasn't sure what would happen if I hit like go live right before the scheduled date. Everything is super new to me, so I'm trying to figure all this out. Okay, YouTube wants me to click somewhere. Okay, cool. I clicked it. Okay, live chat. May not be live chat. Okay, cool. So we got chat there. We got preview there. Excellent. And then it just goes straight into analytics. Not even sure what the fuck that is, but let's figure it out. Maybe I shouldn't curse. On my first stream, you never know. I might get shut down right away. I am playing Stream Beats because I know this is like the only thing that's, you know. Oh, interesting. They're giving me a little thing that says capture top moments as they happen. Ah, yo, what's up, Sparks? I just hit go live and then YouTube is like telling me with tooltips like what are the different things I can highlight video, I can add stream markers, and I can share. Ooh. What if I just hit Twitter? Okay, I already shared this link, I think. Okay, cool. What's up, Sparks? How you doing, man? I was watching you play your Marauders a bit earlier. That looks fun, man. You know, as you know, I like. Oh, this thing looks cool. As you know, I like Tarkov. So, and space too. So it's got all the elements. It's got all the elements that I like. Okay, so we're just gonna be playing some Star Citizen today and figuring shit out. But I want to know, Sparks, how does this stream look, right? How we looking? How we looking? How we sounding is kind of the thing that we're looking for today. If we sound okay, cool. If we look normal, right? Like what's the quality that the stream is coming through? I don't even know. I feel like I should like open up my own stream. Can I open up my own stream? Your channel. Okay. Oh, okay. Quality's coming through. 1440, 60. Oh, we're looking good. We're looking as good as we can look, right? That's pretty good. Okay, all right. I just look. I got a preview. Hello to myself. Oh, look at that. There you go. That's fucking weird. Okay, that's good. Okay, and how does this look? Okay, so the chat is like very small. Interesting how small the little chat window is. You look a lighter, like there's some light. Oh, I mean, you could just be the light itself. You know, I have the lights on pretty bright, so that could be it. Let's see. No, I think we're good, right? We'll just keep it. We'll just keep it like this. We'll maybe dim this light right here. But it just might be the way my camera's like white balanced or whatever. But okay. He's good though. Okay, excellent. The YouTube allows you to do like crazy amount of bit rates. So I'm hoping things are looking a bit sharp and whatnot. So my stream deck kind of shit the bed right before I started. So I can't change my scenes from my stream deck. So I'm gonna have to go like and do this. So what up, Dave? What's going on? I don't know if you guys saw, but this looks cool, man. I was kind of just like, I don't think I've ever paid attention to like how cool some of these images were before. I'm sure they've done things like this before, but this is the first time I'm actually like paying attention to it. It's so cool. It's ridiculous. I want that knife. The mask is cool. The outfit is looking tight. And I thought this was super cool because they have the vulture in here. And I pulled this up because I might compete in this. You know what I mean? I want to do, yo, monkey, thanks for showing up, man. How you doing? I got a new green skin today. If only I could get one for the reclaimer. Yeah, I don't know. So this looks dope. I like it, right? So I actually just ended up getting the whole pack because I want the one for the mule and I want the one for the herald as well, and the vulture, right? And the caterpillar one I think I already have, and the buccaneer I definitely do. I don't have this and I don't have that, so it seemed like a win-win for me. So I was like, all right, let me just get it, you know? So I had some credits, so I got it. The bear helmets are cool, but I'm not sure if I actually want them. I rarely use them. How's the music volume compared to my sound? I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Dude, I'm doing great, you know. Came back from a vacation, got all the YouTube stuff set up, and I'm just excited. Kind of creepy, man, the way the eye jiggles. Look, there, right there. Super crazy. So, I'm sure you guys are aware of this, but I dig it. This is cool. This is looking really cool. I think the image itself is pretty dope. Can we just zoom in a little bit? There we go. That's kind of cute, you know? You guys know we love the mule, so I think this is a win-win. Save 30% and then get like a couple of skins that you really want. I dig it. So that's cool. The other thing is I pulled this up just so I can remind you guys we're doing a CitizenCon. You guys already know, with Pseudo on Saturday, and it's, I want to say 10 o'clock Eastern time in the morning. We're gonna get started, maybe even earlier, I'm not sure, but we're just gonna be talking shit for a little bit, and then CitizenCon is gonna kick off. I'm sure we're gonna be just watching the stream together, and we're just gonna be shooting the shit, giving some hot takes. I'm gonna try to be super positive tomorrow, not like positive in terms of just general positivity. I think just about CitizenCon, you know what I mean? Because I think there's a lot of negative things to say. But I'm just gonna take the event as is, you know, a bit of a marketing event, whatever, and then, you know, I might have some shit to say, but we'll see. I'm excited, you know what I mean? It's like I'm intrigued by how everything starts with Journey to 4.0. So it's, you know, like everything is Journey to 4.0. Planetary, Pyro, this is gonna be cool. We're gonna get some cool, you know, B-roll footage that we may even use for some of our videos. Yeah, design brief, investigation is cool. New underground, I'm excited to see that. This is cool. I'm pretty, I want to see what this is, right? And when this will actually be like implemented. And then I think, you know, this is going to be the exciting bit, right? Talking ship, we're going to get a whole bunch of updates, right? Because like John Crew, Ben Curtis, Paul Jones, yep. We're going to get a whole bunch of updates on new ships, upcoming ships. I don't think they'll talk about the Orion or anything, but at least we'll get a good updated look into the BMM again. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, reminder, this Saturday we're only one day, 19 hours away, or is it 13 hours? Can't tell. Whatever, Saturday morning. So, hope you guys can join, you know what I mean? And just watch and hang out and talk shit. I won't be streaming, but I will be on pseudo stream. So twitch.tv. There you go. How come that doesn't come up as a link? Do I have to like include the... Or is that just how YouTube looks? Oh, okay. So there you go. We gotta rickroll this shit at it. Yeah. That's gonna be funny. Disguise them links. That's gonna be great. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna get into the game, but before I do, I would like to encourage you guys to I was trying to figure out how to I put up a bunch of like shorts and stuff. I just took some of my old clips and then made some shorts just to see how it works. I encourage you guys to go and click on it, hit the like, whatever, you know what I mean? That would be cool if you guys would do that, because I think I'm gonna try to do a couple things here. I'm gonna obviously keep up the stream, create some just like straight out original videos that I've been meaning to do. You know, I actually have a reason to do it now. And then I'm gonna try to occasionally put up some like, you know, shorts from clips from our stream, and maybe even just shorts from like my day-to-day stuff too, right? So like I could just make one with my phone and then like upload it on YouTube now. So we may start doing that, which I'm pretty excited about. Okay, other than that, couple of things. I made another poster for, where's the tweet? Let me look at the tweeters. Here's a tweet. Okay, there it is. Okay, there's the tweet, so go check this out. Boop. So we'll do that. I'm gonna link it here. If you guys haven't seen it, or if you guys are not on Twitter or whatever, go check it. Pseudo and I did like a quick little giveaway. We ended up making a CitizenCon poster, so which we're giving away, and presumably we're just gonna print one. So it'll just be one of a kind CitizenCon 2952 poster that you guys can take a look at. That's the image of it. It's kind of compressed a little bit. Let me see if I have a better image. CITCON. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's show you guys that. So go check it. If you haven't, there's a quick way to enter the giveaway. If you guys are already like following, which I knew you guys are. Oh, there's nothing to show here. It says, what the hell? What in the hell? Did I just delete it by accident? I did, didn't I? Okay, there it is. Okay, so if you guys can see that, that's the poster. Try to keep like, you know, the color and theming of the current CitizenCon. But yeah, it's just, you know, if you guys like it, you can get a giant print of it. So enter the giveaway. We're gonna be doing some code drops during the CITCON stream, so you guys can get extra entries if you're there. But other than that, just, you know, there's a couple of things to click and you're there. Oh, interesting. Here, let me turn this off. Because that doesn't apply anymore. It'll be interesting to see if there's any like, I still have to set up like the alerts and, you know, whatever. But it should all be good. At least the basics of the stream is working. which is nice. Okay, I don't even know where we logged out last time. It's been so long. Presumably we're at Cruel 1. Unless we have to like pick our place again. 105, 103, that's better. Alright. Join on you, G-Fan. So this is interesting. It's very interesting. I'm one thing that's different about YouTube streams, I mean, some of you guys might be familiar, but you have to schedule your streams ahead of time with all the details and the thumbnail, which is kind of nice actually. And then you hit like start streaming on OBS, and then you still have to hit like go live, which is nice because you can hit start streaming on OBS and then you can preview your stream before you even go live on YouTube, which is kind of crazy, right? So you have like all the little preview screen, they'll tell you all this stuff. Versus Twitch, I think it's easier because you can just hit like start streaming on OBS and you're there, right? But sometimes you hit that and then things go wrong a little bit. How are we looking? Any okay, that little lag is just a game, I think. Jesus. Hopefully it slows down. Are we looking smooth? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is very unplayable. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, let me exit to menu here real quick. How'd that look? It was not liking whatever server. I'm just gonna do that. Oh yeah, Sparks. If you're still here, if you're still chilling, how does the inventory? What's one thing I couldn't figure out is how does the inventory in Marauders work? Right, like, is it essentially the same way as Tarkov? Or is there something like specific or special about it? It's like Tarky, okay. Interesting, I like that. That's one thing I really like about Tarkov, is the risk factor created even without, you know what I mean, even without you like getting into combat or whatever, like there's just that inherent risk that already exists. Wow, the frames are like shite. They're very up and downy. I'm wondering why. Getting that slight like stutter as we go. Look at the outfit. Professional. Very pro looking. Okay.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
One arrow. Interesting. Which I'm gonna actually claim here. Because I think once we get a couple of loads going from Crawl 1, we might be doing some wow. Okay, prospectors here. Jeez. Prospector is not here. That's very strange, isn't it? It says
To the
it's here.
ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
It's like a faster paced Tarky. Okay. Interesting.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
I mean, if they give it to me on a hanger, I guess I'll just
Your
take it.
vehicle has
Hanger
been
one.
delivered to the following location.
And see what's on there. Faster paced Tarky seems good. Okay, so outside of the couple of stutters, how's the game looking to you guys? Look okay? Oh my goodness. Oh, we're doing the little floaty thing. I swear this only happens at Cruel 1 for me. Jump! Alright, haven't grabbed my stick in a while. The fuck?
Thank you, and please visit again. You are clear to launch.
Box focus torrent. So I think we're looking good on that end there. Perfect.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Okay, so here, let me figure out how far I need to travel. I have a thing open. Where's that tab? Yeah, there it is. Okay, Cruel 1 to Arc Core, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 12.3. Let's aim for that. Yo, Dusty, what's going on? What's happening, man? Alright, so let's go Arc Core set none 12 point. What's good, Dusty? Is it? Wait, hold on now. I gotta look at this again. That ain't it. Cruel 1 to Arc Core. 1, 2, 3, 4. So get to. Yeah, I was gonna say that ain't it. Do we have to cut at 31.2 million? Ooh, or we could go to Arc L5. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Movie glass. Arc L5. And yes. See? Much shorter journey there. Arc L5. That's okay. Yes, okay, and then we cut at 12.3, correct? To get to ring number 5. It's been a while, I forget. How you feeling, Dusty? How you feeling? You all good? Recovered nicely? Nothing more? Any follow-up symptoms and stuff? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Cut my hair, Dusty. No more pony. No more pony. I'm all good, dude. Just a couple days of fatigue here and there. Okay, Good, good, good. I'm glad, I'm glad. I am glad. Alright, let me get to menu, mining. There you go. I said no. Ay, ay, ay. Nah, it's I had to. We went to Orlando, Disney World for vacation, and it's just so much easier. Like, you know, right? It's just so much easier to just shave it all off, and you know, I didn't have to worry about it. I think if I'm gonna grow it again, I might not cut it like at all and just let it grow and see what happens. Dreads next. We're getting dreads. Little short dreads next. I'm just, you know, I just need to learn how to like take care of hair, which was the only downside, right? It's like I just didn't know how to take care of my hair or style my hair or whatever. Like once it gets to be a little longer, I'm just kind of like lost. All right, 12.3. I must say, that was kind of perfect. That's kind of perfect. Okay, now let's set our ship back to here, and then we'll travel towards that way. You know what I mean? Get a bar of shampoo. What the fuck is a bar of shampoo? Like a bar of soap, but just shampoo? There's a few I like a lot. It works great for long hair. Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. All right, here we go. Now we get to scanning. You know what I mean? So we just gotta do the trickeries, right? Not the trickeries, but just figure out what it is. M-type. We don't need no M-type asteroids. What's this? Doesn't scan. That's okay. Multiples. Doesn't tell me types. E-type. Let's just scan these, just cause what we're looking for is Q-type. Nay. Okay, interesting. Okay, so just the bar of shampoo. I mean, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. It just sounds weird when you say bar of shampoo. I mean, that's Quantanium, right? But it's not scanning. It's not giving me the type, which means I don't need to bother going there. But that is working, so let's go there. There it is. It's great for getting the ends of long hair. Yeah, I mean, mine wasn't that long, you know what I mean? But it's just like, is the longest I've had it for a long time, and I didn't know like what to do with it. Okay, so that seems like it could be not good. Let's get close. We'll figure out the percentage here. 20, yeah, that's 5.8. It's, you know, it's good like warm-up rock. Oh, this is gonna be better though. All right, 23%, 5,122. That's as big as we're gonna get out here. So let's do that. Let's get close. Oh, baby. All right. 100%, baby. Let's go. When I get smells amazing. Ooh. That's important. That's important. That's why I like using my wife's shampoo sometimes. Because it smells so good. I might do a little short tutorial on asteroid mining. I want to do ones that are like specific, like, hey, how to asteroid mine from Cruel 1. From Arkel 1, like, where do you go? Because I think those are like things that's kind of hard to find for some people, you know what I mean? People just want to get out here to the belt, and sometimes it's a little tough. Boom, 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 boom. What's this smell like? What's the name of this smell? Is it like pine cones and coffee? Cedar and sweats? I don't know. Alright, let's get serious. I wasn't paying attention. Shields under attack by the rocks I broke. Smells like roses. Soap is like a nice woodsy deal. Ooh, that's nice. I like it. Okay, let's scan these bad boys. So that's inert, so we won't touch that. We should get a good amount of load from this. 58%, excellent. What about this one? 16%. Okay, so we'll break them all. We'll break all the ones. Oh, that's nice. Okay, 70%. So hopefully we'll get a good chunk out of that one. That one we're not getting at all. Saying nothing there. Okay, alright, so we'll start with this one. We'll do it from over here. Roses. I don't... Honestly, Dusty, I don't even know what roses smell like. These are always tough because the small rocks, they overheat. This As long as we keep it in that green. Keep it out of that red. It's a little dance, you know what I mean? Okay, so we'll scan those later, but let's crack these bad boys first. So we'll get in there first. Excuse me, ship. Thank you very much. I'm like drifting. Drift the other way. That's better. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys watch YouTube streams? Like, what's the viewing experience like? I find the chat is in like a very strange place, you know? It's not like an optimal viewing experience when you want to like chat and watch at the same time. Cause you know, like I dabbled on a couple of like people's YouTube streams just to see, you know, like how it was like, and that was one thing I didn't like, you know, versus like Twitch. The position of the chat, which I think is very important. But from the streaming side of things, I mean, it's kind of nice. They do offer good bit more like encoding capabilities. So if you like, you know, I am streaming at more than double the bit rate than before. And I think I can crank it up even more too, to the higher side. So hopefully it all like, you know, translates well. But I think there's still things to like iron out for sure. All right, so we've cracked all the ones that we're going to crack. Let's get into the extraction mode. And we'll start with some of the bigger percentage ones. You do look extra HD, do I? I gotta like, ooh, that's 100%, very nice. I gotta fix up my lights and stuff. A couple things like moved and shifted. I got an idea. I don't know, you're not on Twitter, or you're not on Twitter. There was this cool thing I saw, Dusty. I gotta send you a link. But someone mounted a projector on top of their like game desk with, you know, D&D setup and terrain and, you know, little houses and stuff. And they were using a projector, right, to like draw on this tablet essentially to like reveal parts of it. Like, such a genius idea, right, to use a top mounted projector like that. It was very cool. I gotta show it to you after I take this load. I'll just pull it up. So I have some projectors that I use for like Halloween stuff, right? Because I project like pumpkins, singing pumpkins onto like pumpkin, you know, faces and stuff. So just through doing that, I acquired some like small projectors and stuff. So I want to do something like that, but like here on my desk as part of the setup. Okay, so I'm just gonna start here. We'll just start collecting this. Yeah, so I've always known about, because I looked into building a game table, right, with a TV. And there's always, you know, like things that you see in those like Reddits and communities where instead of doing a TV inside a frame to like have a, you know, desk, Like, you know, it's sometimes better to just do a projector desk, right? Then you don't have to like worry about spilling stuff, and there's like a lot more flexibility. You know, even though it's not as like sharp, right? Depending on what kind of projector you're using. Best would be a massive tablet. Yeah, right. That would be insane, like using like a Wacom tablet, giant one as a table. There are like boards that like teachers and, you know, well, not teachers, but, you know, the ones that are used in like classrooms and stuff, and it's the similar ones that like the sports commentators use to like draw like X's and circles on fucking football freeze frames and stuff. Those are cool. And then there's like touchscreen enabled projection as well, right? Things you mount that will detect your gestures and movements and whatnot. Okay, I think it's good. I think we got it. We'll just go. Projector for sure. Yeah, I think as long as you like, you know, do the surface area nice and, you know, white and matte, most likely, or maybe a bit reflective. You can even aid it with some like side lighting, depending on the situation. But yeah, I think doing a top projector and a setting. I saw someone use a mirror, so they can have a regular projector go to the wall, and then all they would do is just move the mirror like this, so it just reflects down when you move the mirror, so it works as a table and a regular projector. So that I thought was genius. Is people are very creative, you know what I mean? They figure out how to like solve for things, optimize. But yeah, so I'm thinking about, I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do, but I wanna mount something up top so we can project some things down, or maybe even behind me is kind of the idea. I think just from there, point it that way and project some things on a wall behind me. We'll see. Thinking about also moving my entire desk that way a little bit, so we're a bit separated from the back. There's just some things I want to do eventually. Alright, how long do we have until our ship blows up? Oh, we're good. We got 11 minutes. Time until critical. 11 minutes, 53 seconds. We're good. You could have it project your posters. That's genius idea, actually. Yeah. Unfortunately, the wall behind me is not white, right? So we'll see. But I could get, you know, a projector screen and put it back there. Maybe even pull downs or something. We'll see. Big white sheet. There's options. It may look cool with the bricks. It may not project properly, is my worry. But hey, let's find out. I have the top mounts, I have the projectors. Let's figure it out. You know what I mean? Maybe a project for the weekend. I'm listening to stream beats because I've been told that you just cannot play copyrighted music on YouTube streams. Like, you get taken down so fast. So I'm playing, the only thing that I know is the Harris Heller stream beats on Spotify is like, you know what I mean, no questions, totally allowed on the platform. So pretty chill. I think there's a lot of variety in it too, so Good idea though, Dusty. Good idea. Good idea. Because I could like set up a fake frame and then cycle the posters. Ah, ooh. Because that's kind of what I do. So what I ended up doing for Halloween upstairs with one of the projectors, I have 2 upstairs windows in one room. 1, 2, 3 windows in one room. So what I ended up doing was I plugged it into my computer, create like a canvas on Photoshop, and then I projected it in the room. Like I found a place for it that touches all 3 windows, and I projected the thing, and then I essentially figured out where the windows were, and then I put these like cool it's called Atmos FX is the company that does them. They do like moving stained glass like Christmas and Halloween stuff. So and then I made an After Effects file with like the looping videos of like, you know, elves, you know, it's like Santa's elf shop, whatever it's called, and then we put it up there. And then I kind of do something similar with the pumpkin. I have like a 40-minute long looping video of this 3 pumpkins that like talk and sing and tell stories. Yo, what's up, Noel? Noel, you're gonna have to tell me who you are, because that's one thing I think is different. Is Sparks, Dusty? Like I recognize you guys obviously, but it's just normal account. I can't troll anymore. Oh no. I mean, you could change it, you know, but you can. What? There we go. I was like, why am I going so slow? Yo, what's up, Carl? What's up, Pseudo? What's happening? This is a raid, kind of. Yo, I really appreciate it, man. Thanks for guiding people towards this way. I forgot what the button is to request landing, honestly. I have 7 minutes until critical. Where's my request landing button? I'm pressing it in hopes that it'll work. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Flight. It's not working. I'm just gonna go put it on That's not it. You know what? I'm just gonna do it the old school way and hail it this way. Friends. There you go.
Please proceed to assigned landing.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
No. Okay. All right. I gotcha. So that kind of makes sense. But thanks guys for coming over. By the way, I'm panicking, dude. I'm panicking. How is rock scanning this patch? I tried mining once and couldn't scan anything, so I gave up. I'll teach you. Pseudo, I'll teach you. It's very clear that you don't watch my streams. No. I was actually thinking about and talking about earlier before you guys came. Like, I might do a little video. What up, Fuge? What's happening? I might do a little video like specifically about like, okay, if you're at Crew L1, how do you get to, you know, how do you get to the asteroid belt? What do you actually do to mine in this patch? Something quick, like a 3-minute video or something.
Welcome to the ASOP.
You look just like this Twitch streamer I know. That's like dope posters. Yo, speaking of posters, oh, Pseudo, I know you saw it, right? That cool projector thing with the game table. Can you find the link and like post it? Actually, let me do the refinery and then I'll post it, because I don't know how fucking posting links work here. Because I was telling Dusty about it, and I kind of like that idea, and I might myself do a little top-down projection kind of thing here. And Dusty had a great idea of like, hey, what if you project your posters behind me? You know, we'll move the whole setup that way, give us more space. Would be cool to have like a rotating thing behind me. It's kind of dope, I thought. With shaved hair, yeah. Hair's gone. Hair is gone. I was going to Orlando for a week with the family, and I knew it was gonna be hot, so I just, you know, resorted to what I know. Okay, so quartz, beryl, quantanium. We'll do Dynex solventation. Actually, let's do Farron exchange, so we're still gonna get good bit. It's not gonna cost that much. It's much quicker. Confirm. The work has started. Did you see the ship leak? New Greek mythology inspired exploration ship called... No, but I'm not even know how to pronounce that. Hold on one second. Hello there. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Okay. Just like one slice. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm gonna go cut a slice of bread for my wife. She's like already upstairs. I made some double cheese bread. It is fucking delicious. But let's find this thing first, okay? I'm gonna go scour Twitter real quick. It's not even that much of a... Where is it? There it is. See? I already found it. Look at this. Okay, check this out. You guys see this? Check this out, Dusty. So he's got the projector up above his game table, and he's using Procreate, it looks like. But I mean, you know, presumably this will work in a nice little brush. This shit's kind of baller. I mean, you know, you could do so much with the projection in general, like just terrain projection and stuff, right? You know, like imagine on the go you could be like, you know, changing the terrain, be like a black spot appearing on your game table that's, you know, like slowly taking over the... Oh, that shit would be pretty fucking wild. It's so cool. It's so cool. So this gave me an idea to like at least try something like this, but I'm not sure exactly what, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put on the BRB screen. My Stream Deck's borked because of the OBS update, so I'm gonna go over here. Oh, interesting. that's capturing my screen right there. Okay, I should play something interesting on there one day, but I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. I'm back with some bread. There you go. It's a bad loop at first, but it's just SCB and buggy making NPCs disappear. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I tried to get like a loop, but you know, it's SC. It's so hard. But yeah, so I made double cheese, cheddar, and Parmesan bread. It's so good. With like cayenne pepper and shit too. Let's get back into the game if we're not kicked out already. Ah, we're not. Okay, we're good. Marauders yet? Not yet. I think I will though. I was watching Sparks today for a little bit while I was at work, and that shit looks fun. I didn't know you could do it more than two, because last night I just I saw SVG and I'd totally be down. I'll download it before this weekend. Or we can totally play. You guys can carry me. Alright, Pseudo. If you're still here, I'm gonna show you how to effectively mine asteroids, okay? This way. There you go. Since you're a mining pleb,
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I'm gonna show you how to do it. Okay, first, you get your ship.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Preferably a prospector.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
Then go to your hangar, okay? This is gonna be the most like condescending lesson. You filthy pleb who don't know how to mine. But yeah, Marauders look cool. Obviously, it looks like one of those games where until you actually play it, like it's hard to see how the gameplay, the gunplay is like. It looks cool, but it's it's all about like how it feels. On scannable rocks, yeah. That's what I'm gonna show you today. So you don't even like bother going to it, you know what I mean? Okay. Oh, you know what we should do before we leave? Get gas, okay? I'm habit of doing all of it. So my my hailing is not working, unless I've just like completely forgotten what my button is.
You are clear to launch.
I will. Okay, so if you're a Corel 1, here's what you need to know. You pull up your Mobi-Glass. You set a course to Arc L5, okay? Which is gonna be that direction. It's 25 million away, but we're gonna stop in the middle of it, as you know. What is there, like 10 belts or 11 belts? We're gonna stop at like belt number 5, which I think is the densest of all the belts. Right, there's gonna be more rocks, which means more chances for you to find Quantanium. It's 13 million kilometers is when you stop. Well, no, it's 12.3. I get double check now. My notes, Arkel 5, 12.3. Yep, 12.3 million kilometers is when you want to stop for belt 5. If you miss it by a little bit, it's fine, because you're going to end up like between belt 5 and 6 or belt 4 and 5, which is still fine. Come back when you find a broken rock. I mean, you're gonna find broken rock. That's like a given, right? But you'll know that like 11 kilometers away. So you don't spend, you know, time going to it. That's what I have on my mining arm, by the way. Vox 3, Focus 3, and Torrent 3. So there isn't a way to mine it. There's a way to like know. You said if there's a workaround unscannable rocks, meaning you... Okay, so you cut your QT because the thing was messed up. Because I had my mining arm, somehow the quantum wouldn't work. That's okay. We'll do it this way. We'll go towards here. Should be 13.4. There you go. Perfect. See? Much denser. Is scanning pretty bad still then? No, the scanning's good. The scanning is just fine. Right? It's just the rock that's broken. Right? Because, the scan will pick it up. But it's just, you can't mine it. Right? Okay, so, we pull out your mining arm. Right? And then make sure the FOV, right, is at 360. And then you scan, right? And then you get all these results. And then you change your FOV of your scanner, your ping, to 2 degrees. And then you scan again. And you see how the asteroid type is E-type, right? So you're like, okay, we don't need to go there because it's an E-type. So you point it at another one and you ping again. M-type. We don't need to go there because it's not a Q-type, right? And if all this shit disappears, you go back to 360, ping again. It's, you know, it's the same trick you use on land. But the only difference is if you ping something and it doesn't give you the asteroid type, it's because it's an unscannable rock or unminable rock. That's it. Right, so and then you can scan anything that's within 12.1. So 11.7, you scan that Q-type. So that's, I'm just gonna go there because that's Quantanium right there. That's it. So if you ping at the 2 degrees FOV and nothing shows up, right? You can see the little asteroid like marker, but the asteroid type or anything, if no information shows up, right, when you ping. So if you ping this at like 7,000, you know, type, asteroid Q type, the mass and instability, like we don't know yet until we get close, right? So if nothing shows up there, it just means whatever that rock that's being scanned is not gonna be mineable. So you don't bother going there. That's it. Boom, bum, 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 bum. And then what you're looking for is Q-type. Easy. Q for Quantanium. And when you get close, you'll see it. And you'll note that it's not worth mining because the green is pretty large. Means it's small percentage. Okay. There you go. Let's see if we run into anything that's unscannable or something. So let's go scan that. Ah, there you go. Right there. That one, nothing shows up, right? But you can see that there's a rock there. But nothing shows up. So that's an unminable rock. So we don't bother going there. M-type. Yeah, so things that are like 13 kilometers away, you can't ping them again until it's like 12.2, and then that seems to be the range. Yep, there you go. That ain't nothing. Three rocks, but it's not gonna give me shit. Looks like E-type. Just want to make sure. Sometimes I like to double check just in case. Yeah, nothing. Nada. See? Quantanium, but you can't mine those because because it's the double rocks over there. There is... Yeah. Unfortunate. Alright, where's my marker? Just want to keep going towards my marker. And I feel like I've said this a lot too. It's like, pro tip, right? Set a marker for where you want to go so you don't have to do it after you picked up Quantanium. So you can just, you know, you can just go. And then also is a marker for you to just follow. Yeah, that shit not good. I think ultimately you do end up scanning a lot less stuff because you're not like looking at everything that shows up, but minimizes your chance of scanning something like twice if you just keep it like within the direction of where you're going. Q-type. Ah, there you go. Look, we got the info pretty early. So small sliver, 4,931 mass. It's gonna be a good one. This is the way, Pseudo. This is the way. %. That's worth taking. Won't be the best, but it's worth it. And then I'm essentially just using focus and torrent, right? Because the torrent gives me a little bit extra power, and then the focus, you know, decrease the resistance a little bit, and then I'm using the Vox to counteract the downsides of the other two modules, because it actually decreases your green zone by like a tiny percentage, but that's fine because, you know, the other two things are adding in total 7 plus 7% on the instability, and then I'm negating that by using the -10, so it's actually -3, so it's a bit of a plus there too. So reducing the instability. And you can only do this when you're asteroid mining, because if you use these 3 passive modules on land, it won't work, because as soon as you go above like 5,000 mass or 5,200, 5,300, whatever, it gets kind of hard to scan those or crack those. Because even with things like 49, it's, you know, it's a bit slow. So this is the asteroid mining build. I'm concentrating. All right, we did it. We did it successfully. But no, the scanning is good. You know what I mean? Like, it's relatively quick and it actually remembers like what you've scanned for the most part. So it's good. Because you can spend the time, like, scan all the rocks ahead of time and, you know, crack them and do all that before you collect. Okay, so we're not doing that one. My nose is itchy today. We might do that one. We'll see about the other ones. This might just be a... Yeah. We might get like decent chunks out of these. This might be a pick up everything kind of rock. Okay, so we'll crack them all. Small percentage of quantanium, but we'll do it. Jeez, that was 100%. Oh, gotta pay attention. Yes, it was. It was critical for a little bit. See, that doesn't change whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. I still suck. Huh? Interesting. Checks out, yep. Still suck. You suck, B. Now let's crack. Let's crack this one. Let's crack straight into it. Pastili, I don't know if you guys watch his stuff. He's a Tarkov guy. He's like the main guy. Well, one of two guys I used to watch their videos to like learn Tarkov and stuff, you know. Pastili, yeah. Come on, you can do it. Gotta finesse. Gotta finesse that green. There we go. I think his less crack straight into it is so cringy. Yeah, I agree. It's fucking hilarious. It works, I think, because you know he's got the little Australian accent going on. And I haven't watched a Deadly Slop YouTube video on Tarkov in a while, but that's like the main Tarkov guy I watch like live. Ooh, just barely in there in the green, but it's working, so I don't want to increase. Danger zone, there we go. Got it. Okay, what was the other one? Not that one. And there was another one, I thought. 6% quantanium. I mean, that might be worth breaking just to see. We're here, you know what I mean? Why not? We're here for a payday. Good amount of heat into it right away. So far, I'm really digging Cruel 1. It's good. I think my new home. Okay. Fun to watch. He's been playing other stuff lately that looks fun. Marauders and some fantasy D&D raid game. Ooh. Yeah, and he also plays Star Citizen, which is which is dope. Or, you know, he has before. That shit was funny to watch though. I usually like don't participate in this chat, but like during Star Citizen, it was I couldn't help myself. I was like, dude, you gotta do this. And I said that like a few times, and I was like, I gotta stop myself. You don't have theater mode like Twitch. You either have none, full screen view, or chat is underneath. Yeah, that's what I was just saying earlier. The position of the chat is like very inconvenient. I try to help, but I just sound like an asshole. Yep, I like typed a few things in. I was like, yo, I gotta fucking stop. I gotta stop myself. Okay, so that's 100%. That's no go. So let's just scan everything that's here. So 1%, we're not doing that. %. Okay, we'll pick that up too. Sure, maybe. So you could get rid of the Vox C3 module, right? And use the FLTR XL, which will help in most situations in asteroids actually, because you're not always picking up 100%, right? Because the rocks are smaller and you're running into more rocks like this. Okay, see, you see how like we just scan through these and you know, you touch them, and compared to like before, like instantly you can tell what's what, right? If you've scanned it, which is it's been much better. 100% inert. Let's scan all of these. Yeah. 3 FLTR XLs the other day due to claim bug. Oh no, that sucks. Okay, so that's 100%. That was cool. Okay, so we'll pick up the 100% first. And then we'll just pick up whatever is there. Okay, so we'll just start with this. That's how much did it cost? Like 60K a piece or something? What was the other one with the 1%? 45, there it is. 60K eesh. Yeah, those are the things that's gonna be iffy, you know, once there's a bit of a shift in like how valuable certain things become. All right, especially early game when you're trying to make it. Lost a bunch of cargo and some components. Oof. Yeah, that's tough. That's just like annoying. Yeah, I mean, like even though you have like millions, it's just annoying to lose it to a bug. You know what I mean? If it's in combat, or if you like had to do a claim or whatever. And then the fact that you gotta like go and get it again. There was one rock we didn't scan. Is that one? Okay. That's it. We're full, except we'll pick up that 1%. Until we're like completely full. Okay. That's it. And then we navigate our way out of here. We ain't got all day. We gotta fucking go. You see the new vulture paint? I did. I got one. No, I mean, you know, I mainly got it because I want the green one for the Herald. And I have the Buccaneer, I have the Caterpillar. I wanted it for the Herald. The Mule one also. Like I want it for those two, and then the Vulture one looks cool too. So I just got a whole pack. I have I have embarrassing amount of credits just like sitting there. Vulture looks cool, man. You know, I'm excited to try it out. I have a whole A that I might upgrade to. If that works out. I don't even know. I got like one plan for the IAE, those are the correct letters, right? I got like one plan to do a really long CCU into an Odyssey. Outside of that, like, you know, I'm missing like two steps essentially, which I'm gonna get for IAE. And then I can do an Odyssey. Outside of that, I don't really have any other plans. So I'm thinking like, I won a whole A for like a CIG competition, which I didn't know I was entering into. So it's got LTI. So I was like thinking about upgrading it to something. Cause I don't think I want to keep the whole A. What time is CITCON in the States? Like morning, yes. So Pseudo and I are doing, as you know, the Streamerino. So 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Pacific, if I'm not mistaken, is when we'll start. And I think it's 1 hour after that is when CITCON starts, right? I get the times confused sometimes. Saturday indeed. Those are all true statements. Yeah. And we'll have some hot takes. Got some I got some things to say, you know? Things to talk about. I heard some rumors about Squadron 42. I'm sure you guys have too. Cool, should be there. Awesome. Yeah, and don't forget to enter that poster giveaway as well. We'll be dropping some codes to get you extra entries into it. We don't. There hasn't really been a lot of entries as far as I know. I haven't checked in a while. I checked like this morning. I made it last night. How do you even pronounce that? Is that a real thing, Fuge? Is that a real thing? PH is like F, so like Bophides. It's not Bop Hades, right? Hades. Just gonna ensure.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I'm gonna have to mess with my keybinds later, but I think something's definitely like borked on that.
Landing complete. Doesn't say.
You have a link to that ship? Where's the people? I don't, dude. So I think I don't even know how the emote things work. All I know is there is no like affiliate or partner thing, right, for YouTube, like the same way. There's some requirements you have to meet in order to like monetize your stuff, but more importantly, once you meet those requirements, you like unlock a bunch of features, right? Like you can essentially like create like ways for people to sub for like 99 cents or whatever. Like you get to decide, I think, which, and then I think you get some sweet emote options
Welcome
then.
to the ASOP vehicle
But
retrieval
it
system.
seemed like that is at 1,000 subs, which sounds like a lot, and I think it is, but I think it's totally doable. I think maybe slightly harder than getting like affiliate status on Twitch, but a lot easier than a partner, you know, Twitch partner. So that's all I know so far. So I think the goal is to essentially just aim for 1,000 subs, and you get to unlock, you know, like a whole bunch of features essentially for your stream and your channel too, right? Because everything's connected. Which is kind of cool. So that's gonna be the goal, I think, is to get 100 people to hit that subscribe button. Not 100, 1,000. We'll start with 100. But I think that's why I think I need to start making a bit of just like normal YouTube content that I've been wanting to make. Right? Perfect. Fair and exchange, 7,000, 9 hours. 10 hours, essentially. Alright, let's go do it again. Right after we grab some. So I'm gonna do it again. And then we're gonna see what the low flying situation is on Daymar from Crawl 1. Did we eat that already? Okay. They never clicked my links, I don't know why. Yep. No idea. Oh, I made a prospector poster and a vulture poster and an MSR poster. I got 3 more to make before but I'll be adding 6 more posters for I kind of dig the vulture one. Vulture one looks pretty cool. I mean, so does the prospector one. MSR was kind of a throwaway one, honestly, but I think some people might like it. Doing the ships that haven't been done before. There's a lot. I mean, I don't know, it's close to 50 now, right? Might be over 50 now with the inclusion of the Citizen Composter. How many bots? 1,000. 1,000 bots.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected.
This is the beauty of having passive modules, right? And doing asteroid mining. Is like you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about it at all. What's the hangar? Hangar 1. There's no re-upping, there's no re-equipping, like... That's a lot of paper. We're not quite touching the ground, are we? No, we're not. Happens at Cruel 1. But I find that if I turn my engines off, it actually floats higher, which is tricky. Asteroids don't get that big, no. The biggest asteroid you're gonna run into is like 5,200 mass. That's it. That's why you can run all passive modules. There's so many. So I did some experimenting. Like there's so many combinations of passive modules that you can run that just like works. Like you can do 2 Rigers and then a Vox. You can do a Torrent, a Focus, and you can do an FLTR on any of those combinations. It just works because you're already using a good, good mining head.
You are clear to launch.
It's just like how to make it easier or how to make it, kind of fit your speed of mining, right? If you don't mind a little bit of like instability, there's some good shit that you can put on there. Or if you want to keep it stable and don't mind, a bit less optimal range, there's a
Thank you.
whole thing put on there. Like I was saying earlier, I'm using Focus and Torrent, essentially getting the full benefit of those 2 passive modules without the downside, because I'm using the 3rd slot, the Vox, to counteract the bad side of Focus and Torrent, right? Because they add to your instability, like plus 7%, but Vox will decrease that minus 10%, but its downside is minus 4% on your green zone, which is fine because it's very minimal. So I'm getting decreased resistance on the rocks as well as like a slightly increased laser power. So yeah, but like you don't need the extra laser power for the most part, but I think it makes it a little better. I don't struggle as much. Yeah. So I'm not sure exactly how many YouTube subscribers I have now, but I think the goal is gonna be to try to hit 100 and eventually hit that 1,000 so we can 43. Oh, perfect. So it's much bigger than much better than where we started. So that's awesome. That's awesome. And then also me and Paiza, we're gonna be getting back into PBR. So that's gonna be another YouTube thing. So essentially, like, I'm just gonna live on YouTube. We're gonna be doing a recording tomorrow, most likely. So we're gonna release more movie reactions, and then I plan to do more shorts and short little videos and stuff. I'm not gonna think too hard about it, because I think that's the one thing that was like holding me back from doing this while I was on Twitch. I think I was like thinking too hard and being too picky about what kind of stuff I was gonna put out, especially with like things like shorts and stuff. I just need to stop thinking about it, and like if I have an idea for something, I'm just gonna make like a 2-minute video and then put it there. 5, 4, 3. Perfect. It's right in the middle, man. That's right in the middle. Where's my mining? There we go. Let's move towards there. Doot. E-type. Alright, let's look at a couple of the closer ones here. I know it's in the wrong direction, but it's nice to like get something good right at the beginning. Here you go. Here's a Q-type. $5,122 mass. Ooh, baby, there you go. See, like these are the biggest ones you're gonna get. Jeez, that sound. It's just trying to scan it. It's when you hover over the rock, like highlight the rock, it makes that noise like when you're a little far. I think it's like a little indicator to let you know that you're pointing right at the rock or something. I don't know. That's the sound. And when you're like moving and when the rock target is small, I like to get on the dark side of it just so you can see your UI better. That's it. Let's crack straight into it. Like, okay, I'm gonna stop. I haven't done a double torrent yet. Would be interesting to see if you can do a double torrent optimum. If you could add like plus 8% on your laser power, instability doesn't really matter because you can use optimum to just increase, or you can just finesse that shit, right? Interesting. I wonder if 8% laser power will give you enough to crack those 8K rocks on like Illyria. Stop. Oh, okay. I was like, stop what? I see. The crack straight into a thing. Yeah. I'll stop. I was gonna stop anyway, okay? Do module stack? Yes. They do. As far as I know, they do. Because I've been doing it two, what's it called? Riger 3s. I forgot what the actual benefit is, but I think it's like, I'll have to look at it. It's a crawl one. I don't want to misspeak. And it definitely stacks, because you can totally tell the difference. Nice. %, inert. That whole chunk? Nice. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, cool. 50%. Cool. I mean, these ones doesn't really matter. It's, you know what I mean? As long as they got Quantanium in them, I'm gonna crack them anyway. Because the 5,000 rocks, 4,000 rocks, most likely you're not gonna be packed full of Quantanium. You're gonna get a lot of Quantanium, but you're not gonna be 100%. Unless you're cracking like 40% Quantanium rocks that are 5,000 mass or something, you know, which does happen. There are some nice percentage asteroids. And I also know the FLTR modules stack too. So yeah, they definitely do stack. Okay, so no on this, no on that, yes on this. And the hand gadgets stack like a motherfucker. I don't know if you've messed around with stacking those hand gadgets. You could put like multiples of them on the same rock, and it's crazy. They give you so much benefit. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's like a lot of work, because you gotta like keep coming into your ship and putting them on your back, getting out there, putting it on the rock. But if you end up putting like a whole bunch of them on a big rock, you can melt through it like butter, depending on what you put on there, obviously, right? You can have a huge green zone, you can have a green zone that just like goes instantly. Butter. Butter, butter, butter. Yes. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I was there, you know? Yeah, this is a little bit of a delay in some of that, but that's okay. We got it eventually. You know what's like incredibly useful and like makes mining very easy and enjoyable is having two prospectors, right? Because you're doing individual scanning, right? And then one person will, you know, find a rock. I was doing this with like GFan, and it's just, you know, when he finds a rock, I'll just come and point my laser at it for a little bit. You get a big green zone, get a nice little boost, mine it easily, right? And then the other thing is, if you find a couple of good rocks, And if you're doing like 2 prospectors, you know, alternating back and forth, because most likely someone will get full, go to Corel 1 while you're still here, you can like serve as a nice little beacon, right, to mark stuff. It's kind of dope. Like, I can't wait until, you know, there's actual beacons and stuff. Okay, 40%. The monthly report, they said they're working on update to the mole to make multi-crew better than more prospectors. How? You can't possibly improve the mole to make multi-crew mining better. Like, what do you, it's literally the variety of rocks is the problem, right? If there are rocks that you can't mine with the prospector, or if there's clusters of rock where, you know, having a mole makes sense. Yeah, I hope it's them changing the rock and not just like, we fixed the ship. You know, because the ship is not the problem. It's the fucking rocks. And the variety of it, and the fact that it's only Quantanium, that's, you know. Alright, so we got the 100% on that one. 8%. Alright, let's start with this. We got 200% rocks, which is good. So far. There just is like, you know, I mean, it's fun to multi-crew and, you know, get the benefit of a mole with the extra storage, you know what I mean? But if it starts meaning like, okay, mole can, you know, potentially have a longer period with Quantanium or something, right? Or you can destabilize, or, you know, you can stabilize it somehow much better than the prospector. Those things might make sense, right? If you get like double the time or something, then it might make sense for a multi-crew ship to, you know, like mine a... Okay, that shit's not working. There we go. Interesting. I think the one I collected next to it was the actual 100%, and that one is just like bugged now. You know. Exact same as the prospector, even though they are different sizes. Yeah. If there's more power, right? That would make it better. But it still wouldn't, like, you know, ultimately solve the problem of multi-crew mining being what it is. Which way is it? That way? Okay. Have a ship run it back and forth, yeah? That's the hope, right? But I think it's gonna be you eject a pod, and that's where the expanse comes in, right? The refining ship, the small refining ship. Because it wouldn't make sense to just like get Quantanium ejected, because it's still unstable, right? And it will potentially just make it more unstable that way. So I think the steps are, you get it with the prospector or the mole, let's say. You eject it, you refine it, right, with the expanse, which can refine like 8 different pods of 8 different materials if it wants to, right? And then once it's refined, you pop those and you put it on your cargo ship, and you go and sell those or something, you know? That's the streamlined multi-crew mining refining shipping experience. Isn't going to be king for long though. Yeah, I really hope it's like actual dynamic. You know what I mean? Like, okay, certain systems are missing, let's say, you know, certain materials that exist in other places. You know, I just want like supply and demand that is dynamic and changes. You know, like even within the Stanton system itself, like quantum fuel is so fucking cheap. Like, I don't understand why quantanium is this expensive, right? It doesn't make sense. There might be reasons, whatever, lore wise, it doesn't really matter. But like, literally, like, what about building materials? What about, you know, gold, diamond, platinum, whatever it is we got going on, right? Agresium and all the other crazy things that we could get. If those prices fluctuated, if those, you know, buy, sell, even the refining prices, supply and demand, you know what I mean? If there's a demand, like if I can do a mining event, I would love to participate in that, right? Where a period of time, a certain station requires a certain kind of material, raw material, and you have to supply it, whether through cargo or mining. I fucking participate. That's dope. That's dope. Elite used to do shit like that, right? Community events where more you contribute, better tier reward that you got within the faction. Would be cool. Would be cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for CitizenCon. I was saying earlier that I think there's a lot to like talk shit about in Star Citizen right now, especially, you know, especially during CITCON, because I think just the way they present things sometimes is not like ideal. But I was saying Saturday I'm gonna go into it with a slightly different attitude of like, I'm gonna treat the event for what it is, right? A bit of a marketing advertising push on a lot of parts of the game, as well as like, you know, giving us updates. So I mean, you know what I mean? I won't be as harsh, maybe, but we'll see. We'll see if there's some obvious bullshittery fuckery going on in the presentation. You know, like that's the thing, man. It's like if you're not gonna be excited for CITCON and just be salty, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Maybe this isn't the game for you, right? But yeah, no, it makes sense that you're, you know what I mean, that you're excited for, you know, events and stuff. Because I think CITCON is cool. Like, it, you know, whether they deliver on the shit that they say they're gonna deliver on, they've started getting better about not like committing to certain things during CITCON, but you know, it's cool because I think more and more they're showing things that are less demo-y and more realistic, right? Like not just made for CITCON stuff. It's exciting, man. And then the last thing on the list, I mean, the first thing is gonna be cool because we get to see all the planetary stuff, and planetary tech in this game is one of the best things about it. And then the ship talk is gonna be, whoo boy, that's gonna be nice. I'm excited for that.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
This year they are making an effort to bullshit less. Yeah, I think that was the consensus for last year as well. Is that there was some, but it was much less, right? Because they had the reputation of like previously just like building shit just for CitizenCon, right? And then just completely changing it or neglecting it for like 4 fucking years or whatever it is, right? You know, I understand they gotta put on a show. I understand that they gotta do it in a nicely done format, and maybe some things, you know, they'll take liberty on, whatever. Just like the little pyro demo that they showed off last year, right? I think there were some things done there with the dressing up as the NPCs, and you know, and it's good because I think they're going that way with the AI and whatnot. But I think that may not have been, you know, at least in my mind, like something that was already kind of working on there. And but you know, shit like that, it's like if it's small enough, it's whatever, right? What I'm excited about is like how Pyro 3 looked. It just looks fucking incredible. You know, and the outposts and all the NPCs walking on a planet and those kind of things are pretty awesome. We still got clouds and 400i and loot. Yep. Yep. They went, so a lot of the panels I found last year, like just looking back at, you know, some of the videos, so a lot of it is just like highly fucking technical stuff presented nicely, I'll add, right? Like a lot of good work done on the actual like graphics of it and the representation, but it was just like, it was just a lot of technical stuff, which is, you know, it's not ideal. Because I think there's better formats to do that. Yeah, right. When they were talking about the whole just the shards, oh my god, those graphics were good, but like, you know, some of it, it's like the conceptually it makes sense, the graphics help it a little bit, but just like to fully understand it and grasp exactly what their solution is gonna be, it's like over my head, you know what I mean? Like I had to watch a couple of times to actually get what it was. The persistent entity streaming, all the quanta stuff, that might have been previous to CITCON, but you know, all the graphics around that are actually pretty good. It makes things make sense, but sometimes it's the quantum and the quanta, and this is I feel like they could have named it better. Honestly, that's the thing that confuses me the most. They know their audience, these fucking SC nerds. Get off. It's true. That is also true. I might not be, yeah, I guess I'm not the typical, you know, audience backer. Look at my fucking inventory. Oh, what I want to go? Utility. Others?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, Riger, right? So, yeah, I had 2 Voxes and a Riger, it looks like. So, Vox is obviously cutting down on the instability. So, I was stacking those to make it more stable.
Your vehicle has been delivered
And which was essentially doing -8% on my optimal charge window. And I was countering that with this one, right? So I was getting +2 on optimal charge window, right? But it was increasing the resistance a little bit. That was the downside. But essentially, it was way stable. Like, you know, doing the -10, right? On the stability, it was good. So, yeah, stacking the Vox and doing a Riger C3 to counteract the downsides of the Vox and get a slightly more green, right? So it's plus, and then the minus is the +6% resistance. But yeah, you know, there's different ways to do asteroid mining is what I'm trying to say. Quantum simulation is a confusing ass name for sure. Yeah, especially like paired with, you know, the quanta side of it. You know what I mean? It just seems so interchangeable. All right, here's what I'm gonna do.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle
We're gonna
retrieval
get
system.
our arrow.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
and then we're gonna fly to
Your
Daymar.
vehicle has
So we
been
got
delivered to the
3
following
refinery
location.
works going. We'll probably add more later, but I wanna fly a little bit. Hangar 2. They could let it equip entire lasers that are basically modules, so pointing 2 super powerful module laser at a giant rock and a third. Ooh, yeah. That would be the dude. Hangar 2. I mean, you can essentially do that, right? Because you can load up one arm with, let's say, you know, 3 modules, stack them that way. I mean, you can load up the other one with another kind of module, right? But I like where your head's at, because you're essentially taking that concept and using the entire laser as the module.
All systems online.
That would be multi-crew. In order to get the benefit of it, it would have to be multi-crew. Come on.
You are clear to launch.
There we go. Now it's working. Okay. But so here's the problem, right? Like, you could do that now, but like there's no reason to. You know what I mean? Because with 3 lasers you can crack anything. But if there's big enough rocks and they change nothing about the lasers, right? But let's say there's 20k rocks, right? There's 20k rocks, there's absolutely nothing you can do with the prospector to crack that, right? Outside of using like multitudes of
Thank you.
where's my interesting. Outside of using just a shit ton of gadgets, if it's impossible for a prospector to do, right? Increase the power of the size 2 mining heads, keep everything the same, introduce giant rocks, then you're really forced to think about, like, imagine if there's a hard rock, if there's a rock hard enough with 3 lasers, then you start to think about, okay, what kind of passive active modules you're going to be putting on the extra lasers to give it more power, give it less resistance, whatever, you know, it's the same kind of thinking. So that wouldn't, yeah, that would work, man. That's the thing. It's like, just give us bigger rocks, more diverse rocks, or like the ground veins or whatever that they've talked about, right? That would be dope if you can point the fucking lasers down and mine a big deposit underground, in the ground. Last I heard, it's still planned to be a thing. That was from the Star Citizen Live question not too long ago, I think, when they were asking about that. So I think it's still in the plans. I'm not sure exactly when that will be. Jeez, getting close to Crusader sometimes scares me, you know? I feel like I'm just gonna like run into it. Yeah. Yep. Like bigger clusters of rocks, as well as like big rocks, right? And then a big difference between size 2 mining laser and the amount of power it has and a size 1. are a few things I think they can clearly do to like fix multi-crew mining. And then an addition would be like, hey, Quantanium is not the only option, right? Then multi-crew mining really becomes like a thing that you can stay and do in a ship that has a lot of cargo. Because right now, like, you run into the biggest Quantanium deposit with a mole that's crewed. It's the easiest thing to do because you just crack it with the multiple lasers. Super easy. There's no need to use modules or anything. And then you're filling up less than 1/3 essentially of your capacity, and you have to fucking dip out of there because it's Quantanium. So you're no different than a prospector now. As soon as you pick up your Quantanium, you are no different than a prospector, right? You're just a big mole doing what a, you know. So imagine if, you know, another kind of material is valued the same. Is that my, okay, yeah. And you can stay out there longer and, okay, hold on, let me do this. Let me couple so I don't fucking crash and die. Because what am I looking for? It's that little thing I gotta toggle, right? What's the thing I gotta toggle? Yeah, prox assist. On, off. Okay. I think the best change they could make the gameplay is making other ore worth it. Yep. Because I would rather like stay out and do god damn, it's wind. Do longer mining hauls, trips with the mole if it was worth it, you know? I gotta do, we'll warm up. Would be cool, you know? Even like one of those things, right? Because there's so many, like, there's different ways you can solve this. It's not gonna be just one thing, right? If they change the difference between a size 1 and a size 2, good start. If they make it so Quantanium is not the only viable option, great start, right? If they make it so the mole has, you know, a difference in terms of, you know, you keeping Quantanium time, or if there's ways to stabilize it for indefinitely or whatever. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I survived, which is incredible. Okay, what I need to do is do that. But if they decide to do like any one of those like 2 things, oh my god, I am not gonna survive this. Oh my god, I did. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but apparently the arrow is very much indestructible. I'm way out of practice, you know what I mean? Also, the music's like not hitting right now, which I think is a big part of this low flying experience. But yeah, like, imagine if they're like, okay, there's big rocks now that you can only do with a mole, and then also Quantanium is not king. Boom. You know what I mean? Mining instantly becomes different. It becomes, you know, much better. Becomes more interesting. There's lots to think about. In terms of logistics, right now we're just like searching for Quantanium. That's it, right? Like, you know, all the values are so arbitrary right now anyway. Like, nothing's dynamic, nothing's based on supply and demand. You know what I mean? Quantanium being unstable is like, you know, a thing they did, and that's, you know, that was the extent of making that, you know, different, and why it's worth more, because it's unstable. And but it's not really, you know, it's not, you know, it's a challenge for the first like day of your Star Citizen experience if you're doing mining for the very first time. And then once you figure it out, it's like it's not interesting anymore. And it doesn't make sense. That was terrible, but okay. We didn't fucking die. That was gonna happen. I couldn't pull up. I think there's a lot of easy things they can do with their current system that would be improvements. Yeah, like, you know, just doing the tiniest bit of adjustments on the economy right now, right, in terms of like how much things are worth, fixes cargo and mining. You know, it's the same problem with cargo running. It's like there's only a couple of things that are actual worth running with certain, you know, size ships, and those are the things that like disappear first, right? There should be a trade-off on like, okay, you can run the big load of the valuables, or you can run a couple of loads of something else, but there just isn't anything like that now. It's the same thing. You can either mine a single load of Quantanium, or, you know, mine 2 loads of something else, and it's the same value, right? There just isn't anything like that now. And it's literally just fucking numbers. Just change the numbers. Change the fucking numbers. That's it.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
It's not dynamic, so just change the fucking numbers.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Change how much things are worth. Changes the entire gameplay. You know what I mean? I'm making it sound super easy, but honestly, it's just fucking numbers right now. You know what I mean? Oh, let's claim a Buccaneer so we can.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
We can get a Buccaneer going. That would be a cool one to try and fly. I have so many goddamn ships, honestly. I shouldn't, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have this much, but I do. Aurora MR, I don't even know. Aquila will disappear and it'll be replaced with the Constellation. Not the Constellation, the Corsair. I'm so excited for the Corsair. I am so excited for the Corsair. Okay, we got a minute on a buck. What's the XP? Yeah, we'll get the buck.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, like, they can literally just change the numbers of minables and how much that they're bought and sold for. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it. Or how much that they're sold for. That's it. There's something going on with the trade because commodity pricing fluctuates a little day to day. but not enough. Yeah, yeah. It's a fluctuation. You know, I think signals some kind of dynamic thing going on there, obviously, but it's not diverse enough. You know what I mean? It's not diverse enough, and there's no challenge in running a box of something that's worth a lot versus a same exact size box of something that's worth nothing. You know what I mean? It's just like change the fucking numbers. Right? Change the numbers so it makes sense for me to run 20 boxes of one thing to make $1 million, let's say, and then maybe 60 boxes of something else to make $1 million. Right? Like, change the fucking. We should start a campaign called CIG Change the Numbers. Make mining great again, guys. Make mining great again. Change the fucking numbers. We demand the renumbering. All right.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I'm so dumb. Oh, all right. Buccaneers here. I haven't flown the Buccaneer in a while, unfortunately.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following
And I hope there's a
locations
good. I hope there's a good wipe. Right? Wipe fucking everything. Just wipe it all. Don't, calculate money or pay people off. Change the fucking numbers. Just wipe it to default. You know what I mean? Just default. We all start fresh. Whatever your starting cash is based on your referral or whatever you got going on within the stores, doesn't matter. Yeah, just whatever your starting money is, that's what we should start with, Your
systems are online.
You are clear to launch.
Aha, button's working now, finally. Here's a trick. You select it, and then you close your movie glass. Were you the one who told me this? Somebody told me this. And then you open the movie glass, right? And then you just hit set route, and it'll set it to whatever you selected. So from now on, like, I don't have to select anything ever again. I just open the map and hit set route, and then it'll set it to Daymar from now on. Even after you crash, yeah. So I could crash now, wake up in a hospital, get in the ship, and I could just hit set route and it'll set it to the last thing. Somebody told me about it. Was it Dusty? Or was it Ching? So it's like an easy way for you to just like select Daymar. Because, with low flying, you're just going to Daymar, right? So from Grim Hex. As soon as you get out of Grim Hex, you just hit that and it'll route you to it, however. While I'm traveling, let's change the music. Alright. In 4K. I don't know what that means. What kind of music is this? I need some upbeat. What do you think would be upbeat? Fantasy Arcade, Cherry Soda? Can I like do it by... Can I do it by genre of some sort? Sakura Dreams. What about this? Oh, there you go. Synthwave, electronic. Hip hop, hype tracks. 100 Thieves hype tracks. Is this Stream Beats official playlist? Okay. All right. All right, hype tracks it is then. Hopefully we don't get taken down. Hype. You're hype. I'm so hype. Hey, look at my shirt. Jurassic Park shirt. So, YouTube streaming. So far, I like the options that they give you, and interestingly enough, I kind of prefer the way they do it. You have to schedule it, right, with like thumbnails and all the details and whatever, which is a bit of a bummer because you can't just hit go live. But the cool thing is, you hit start streaming on OBS, and you get to see like the preview of your stream and everything working before you hit go live, because you have to hit go live on the YouTube thing, right? Or it's connected to the OBS and you can just hit it there too. But it's kind of cool. And then their bitrate requirements are like crazy. You can do very high bitrate. I'm doing like double what I used to have. So that's kind of cool, right? Because then you have like the option to, you know, what you want to do with your, you know, VOD. So I created a playlist. It's called Stream VODs. So it puts it there even before your stream starts. Which is cool. And then there's like, you know, there's a thing created. I think you probably saw it if you clicked on a link pseudo. It's like a thing that says, okay, this is when the stream is coming or whatever, right? So you can like wait for it. So there's no reason to do like starting soon screen or anything like that, because you just start it whenever. But yeah, and also tested just hitting go live before the actual time. It just works, which is kind of cool. Yo, you for a 1440 60 FPS, they suggest minimum of like 9,000 to 18,000 bitrate, and then it just goes up if you're going like higher than that, right? And then even at the lower end, their suggestions are like much better than Twitch. So like, yeah, the bitrate's like super high. You can go like really high. I think I'm set at like 12k bitrate right now. In the middle of it, I think it's 9 to 18, and I just set it to 12. Right? Cheap assholes. Alright, decouple. This is gonna be interesting. Oh! Yo! Oh, I should have done the prox assist. I think that's what that was, or something, because it like dragged me down to the goddamn ground. Oi. Or maybe it was just my bad. I don't know. Maybe I was coming in too hot. Rip indeed. That's okay. We'll get our arrow and then we'll go. I got rid of the multiple arrows I had in my hanger because I knew I wasn't going to keep it long term. Because, you know, I'm probably just going to get more arrows in game eventually. Ripperonis indeed. But yeah, so it's cool. So there's a thing to like uncheck
The ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
to, because I think by excuse me, by default you can list your VODs as just part of your videos, right? And or a herald, or you can check a thing that says unlist your video after the stream's ended, so which it won't clog up your like video tab, but it will put your VOD into a playlist essentially, and then you can order your playlist sections like within the thing. So I think that's the other thing that, you know, that I like, is like your content is just there always, you know what I mean, for anyone to find and see. Someone, you know, like literally someone could just be searching for something completely unrelated to like a live stream, right? And you're using kind of the same similar tags and, you know, stuff as normal YouTube videos, and you just stream and your VOD's just there, right? As long as it doesn't get flagged down for some reason, right, during your stream. Barring any of that, any copyright stuff, Hanger 2, your video is just there. I mean, you know, Twitch is like that too, where your video is there for you to use or someone to go back and watch the VODs. But I don't think there's any like quote unquote discoverability involved with any of your old videos. Where on YouTube, it's just another video now, right? That's a live stream. So yeah, I think there's, you know, pros and cons, but you know, so far so good. I'm digging it. There's, you know, obviously more reasons why I switched from Twitch to YouTube, but so far I'm not really missing anything. You know, obviously the emotes and stuff, and that's cool, right? But I'm not really gonna like miss that until, you know, I don't really get that until I have like 1,000 subs anyway, right? Okay, all right, so now we go, look, now we go to, and then we just hit set route. It's not working. Don't tell me.
Thank you.
Let me get a little further. Now you just hit set route. There you go. It's doing a stupid thing where it selects this station first as if like you're not here. Oh, no way, YouTube has BTTV, you could say. Okay, that's good to know. I had no idea. Okay, so let's go. There we go. See? That's all you have to do is just hit set route. So you don't have to like select any of that anymore. It's way more discoverable, especially since you have optimized thumbnails and titles and stuff. Yep. It's nice, you know. It just becomes part of your channel, and it's like, you know, that was one of the other reasons is I've been wanting to do like things for YouTube, but like Twitch was kind of holding me back, as in like it was using my time, right? Where I would just be streaming and then I'd have to, you know, create something completely different for YouTube. But now it's like I'm here in this ecosystem creating live streams, you know, I'm gonna be doing some shorts and stuff from the live stream, and maybe just like day-to-day stuff too, and then now, you know, is part of my streaming channel goal, like I'm gonna be putting out other content on YouTube, so it's just in one place, you know what I mean? It's it made sense to me. And then I don't know what the fuck is going on with Twitch, and it's like later business decisions. it felt to me like, you know, a company that's not doing so well in terms of just like how it's organized and what their priorities are. So I was like, hey, you know. Crazy how the big Twitch streamers who moved to YouTube stop making curated YouTube videos and just stream now. Yep, they do streams and like shorts. And you know, like people like Lupo and stuff, they'll still make like, you know, videos, but it's some of the videos that they put out is like literally just using clips and stuff from their live stream, which is like, it's dope. It's dope. Good for them, right? And from what I know, like YouTube is actually rolling out some new things in terms of the gaming, YouTube gaming. They're making some changes, but you know. And they're, you know, it's, I'm obviously not in it for the money, right? But it just feels like their monetization option and strategy is just like, it's just better for someone looking to, you know, if you're a streamer who is, you know, making this a career or whatever, Twitch is like way unstable, I think, right, in terms of like what you actually get every month, unless you get to a certain number and you're like huge. But you know, sometimes you could be making $1,000 a month, sometimes it could be 7,000, you know what I mean? It just depends. But I think YouTube essentially is a bit more stable option. I'm not sure, but I don't really care about that part. What's up, Hive? How do I make you look like a baby? That's one of the things that went away, but you know, we'll see. Oh, I was coupled. Everything's super bare right now. We're gonna figure some things out. Pseudo says there is BTTV, so that's definitely gonna be one of the things we add. But you know, our goal is gonna be to get to 1,000 subs and start getting some options in terms of emotes and things. We'll add some things in there, and who knows, by the time we get to 1,000, YouTube might have added a few more features and stuff. But there's, you know, there's definitely like a lot of cool things so far that I like about it, and you know, a few things that I don't, obviously. Music's better. Not great, but better. How'd I turn you into a baby? But yeah, no, I was pretty stoked about the bitrate thing, though. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, everyone's got pretty decent internet nowadays. So you know, based on your internet speed, whatever, I think people can handle a good amount, right? Because my upload's up in the 800s. So I got a good bit of leeway, so I was glad there was more bitrate options. And thanks again, Sudo, by the way. I really like that tool for the shorts. It makes things easier. I was like thinking about like, okay, do I like set up a, you know, After Effects template for myself? But no, that thing is made it so much simpler, especially when you pointed out the custom template bit. If you're just doing that, if you're just doing a simple thing about like grabbing your camera and the clip, you know, center, it works so well. More like a baby. I only ever had trouble with Twitch. You can watch 1440 all day on YouTube. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm streaming at like much higher bit rate now. Edit shit in Premiere, yeah. All right. Hey, warming up, you know what I mean, on the low fly a bit. It's fun. I'm gonna have to figure out some better music to play. I think there are options. I think there's like services you can subscribe to that's got pretty good music.
The ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
But this was the easiest so far, is the stream beats stuff. Hey, I might need to grab some music for some videos anyway, so. The Breaker album by Stream Beats is hype. Breaker. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Breaker. See all. Bounce. Evergreen. Pixel. Oh, there's a lot that I didn't know. Arcade. Low key. Recon. Legend. Cracked. Okay, cracked. This isn't cracked. Groove. Rain. Pastel. Upside. Rose. Insomnia. Oh, Jesus Christ, Harris Heller. There's so much. Sunset. This is probably like judging off the yeah album cover. Breaker. That's the one, right? Yeah, all right. So what was it? Breaker. Sunset. So this was Sunset. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, yeah, it's so much better already. It's, yeah, I didn't dig into all of them. I just saw the surface level ones, I guess the most recent ones. It's good to know. There's a lot. Excellent.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle
Get that
selected.
arrow back.
Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
Hangar 2. What time is it? 11:50. Trash day tomorrow. Okay, cool. Still gonna stream for a little bit and then hop off. I mean, so far, you know, my first ever YouTube stream has been relatively problem free, other than my stream deck, which is I think an issue with the new OBS update. You gotta fly like you've never fly before. That's right. I'm a whole new pilot. I'll be like Top Gun. I started watching, my brother-in-law bought Top Gun on Amazon, the new one. I started watching it a little bit because he gave me the login. I couldn't get into it, honestly. I mean, I think there were some like cool scenes with the, you know, with the flying, but I
Thank you, and please visit again.
fly with my elbows. I'll force myself to finish it. I've never seen the original one. The writing was so bad, I was into it though. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it seemed like the flying and like all the scenes with the planes so far, like at the beginning with the training and, you know, that seemed pretty cool. But I think also the other reason that why I couldn't get into it is I think there's a lot of references to like characters and people from the first one, because I do recognize the guy with the beard, mustache from the first one, who's supposed to be the father of the kid, right? Or not kid, but you know, the guy, the pilot. But like, you know, I gotta watch the original. Okay, all right, I'll watch them. Cause I mean, you know, like fast flying, you know, airplanes, whatever, like that's cool. You know what I mean? Jets, fighter planes, that's the right word. That's cool shit. I'm all about that. You know? Are they, what are the Navy pilots? Is that what they are? Bit of a Navy propaganda, sure. You know, I'll watch that. But yeah, it just seemed like I was missing a lot of like references and things, and it kind of reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy in a way that, you know how Guardians of the Galaxy like places a lot of emphasis on the music, right? Where like the music drives the mood of whatever's happening a little bit, right? Where they play like popular music and you associate the music with the movie. It seemed like they were trying to do that, right? And which just, I don't know, it felt pretty forced to me. I'm not sure if that's like a thing that they're trying to carry on from the first movie, right? Because they used to do that with like older movies, but throwback to the original. Okay. Yeah, so I think, I mean, those things I was like, you know, I was making a guess on some things, but I was like, okay, yeah, this seems like, you know, something I'm missing here. And I think maybe just me overthinking it and treating it as such, just like I couldn't sit down and enjoy it. 100% we're trying to force nostalgia. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. But I wasn't sure. I was like, okay, this is kind of a weird choice with some of this. But yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I mean, I was planning to anyway, but there's so much to fucking watch right now, honestly. and me being on vacation for a week, like I fell behind on a few things. I gotta catch up on Rings of Power. I think there's an episode of Endor I haven't seen yet. Caught up on Game of Thrones. What's that other thing that I was watching? I started rewatching House while I was on vacay because we were like stuck in the Airbnb for like 2 days with the hurricane. Everything fucking shut down. It's kind of wild, the wind, and it, like, you know, we got hit essentially directly. It's kind of wild. Everything closed, like people were boarding up their fucking windows and shit. And it's so funny because like right before it hit, everything was closed except for this like 7-Eleven, and I had to go and get something from 7-Eleven. And while I was driving there, it's like crazy wind, rain. You just pass houses with like boarded up windows and stuff, and then right next to it is another house that just looks fucking normal. You know what I mean? It's like some people care and some people don't. Seemed like, you know, some people took it seriously, some people are like, nah, you know, we know where we live. I dipped my nose down just a little too much there, because I could have just fucking turned and, oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm such a fucking amateur. You gotta get a Diet Coke in the middle of the hurricane. It was like right before. It was coming, you know what I mean? It was coming, but yeah, let's see. Is this still the same album? Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. We're gonna play the album, alright? I think it changed. You're right. Okay. Yeah, okay. I see. I thought it was shuffle within the album, you know? I don't know how the Spotify shuffle thing works sometimes. I don't even know why I shuffle. It's like an album I've never heard before. I could totally just listen to it in order and it'll be fine, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is much better. It's much better. Harris Heller, let's go. I don't know if he makes all the music. I just know he's like the tutorial guy, right? He like teaches you a whole bunch of stuff, which is cool. I watched some like streaming on YouTube tips from him. Watched a couple of videos. He had some good things to say, you know? Fishies. God, the little shrimps that I have in a bottom 10-gallon tank has grown so large from what they used to be. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're probably like 10 times bigger now. They used to be tiny little things when I got them at the... I thought the fish might eat them. Like, there's a couple of fish in there. But now they're bigger than the fucking fish. They're huge. I'm afraid they might kill the fish. No, they're not going to, but... Knock on wood. But these have been the most stable fish tanks I've had. Like, very good, like very stable. Like everyone's pretty fucking happy and content. The shrimp reproduce like crazy. In the top one, the bottom one I think is just all male. They don't reproduce, they just fucking grow. And then like I go on vacation or I go away for a week and a half, whatever, some of the fish up there will eat the smaller shrimps. At least that's what it feels like sometimes. You leave with like 8-9 shrimps, little ones in a tank, and then you come back and there's like, you know, the couple of the big ones left, and then they reproduce again, which is a good sign, you know, because they'll only do it if there's enough food and stable like conditions. They'll eat the fish, won't they? I don't think so. I don't think they will. But they might, you know what I mean? If the fish are dumb enough to get caught. I don't think they'll hunt the fish. But they're bigger. There's 3 shrimp in there. In the bottom one. Oh, wait, hold on. I think there might be 1 less fish in the bottom one. Oh no, never mind. Wait, hold. No. I thought. Okay, there's still the. I think was it 2 or 3? I forget. It's a 10-gallon tank, so I didn't like put a lot in there. Interesting. I like watching them. But the other thing is, every time I do like a water change, right? And I have a, what is 25 gallon at the top, which is like a tall 25. And when I do like water change, you know, the water level drops. And when the water level is like low, it looks so nice. Which makes me think that I think I would enjoy like a really shallow, deep tank a lot better, right? I have lots of plants in there. I guess I can't really show you right now, but I have lots of plants in there that's like fucking overgrowing, and it's good, right? Like it's all the good things are happening in there to make it like a good environment. And when all of those just like drop with the water level, it just looks so nice. One day I'm gonna get like a 50-gallon shallow tank or something, huge one. That would be cool. That would be cool.
Welcome to the
All right,
vehicle retrieval system.
let's get that
Vehicle
arrow.
selected.
Let's go fly again.
Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Visit us again.
This is the first time I've really kept shrimp. So I'm not really sure exactly if they would like go after the fish or not. But they're like, you know, like they're shrimp, they're scavengers, they'll eat whatever, right, that they can ingest essentially. I feed them, of course, but they, you know, they eat a lot of the algae and stuff, so they can survive that way. Oh, I haven't really been using the Toby. Forgot about the Toby. Fish weird me out, but I do kind of want to get a better and a black water tank. That would be cool. Better or dope? I've had few. I've had few in my days, back in my day. They're cool. They, like, you know, they're much better pets than like just guppies. You know what I mean?
Thank you, and please visit again.
Let's move a little further. There we go. Yeah, they're much better like fish than guppies. They do like interesting things. You know what I mean? They sleep. You can tell that they're fucking sleeping because they'll sometimes go on their side and like rest on, you know, like some of your floating plants and stuff, which is cool. They build, I guess they're called bubble nests or whatever, which are kind of cool. You can like see them making it. They'll pick like a little corner or whatever it is. They'll start putting bubbles into it. Yeah, and then they just, you know, they interact with you a lot more. I usually just leave my fish alone, but like any kind of betta, you interact with them and they'll interact with you eventually. They're cool. They're very cool, and they're pretty too, so. Blackwater tank, that would be cool. That would be more like their natural habitat, essentially. I mean, you're gonna get a betta that's been raised in captivity, of course, right? Unless you specifically go out and get like a wild one, which you can easily. But most likely you won't. But Blackwater tank is, you know, closer to what they're usually in. They're like, they live in rivers. Sherpa design made for his betta, and it was cool. Oh, I love the YouTube channel. It's so good. So good. But yeah, bettas are cool. I like them. I like them a lot. I have a spot saved for a betta tank. Actually, right here. It's an old safe, old metal safe, right next to the other ones. I use the inside of the safe to keep all my like fish gear, but on the top, I plan to put a small fish tank for a betta. Eventually. You gotta, you know, you gotta find a good place to put fish tank. Shit's heavy, you know what I mean? Once you add water, it is incredibly heavy, and I always see people like using like IKEA furnitures and weird little shelving units and things that are not built for the weight, which worries me, man. Holy shit. So many fucking pounds, you know what I mean? Wouldn't trust most of my furniture, yeah. Yeah, you definitely gotta check that weight limitation on anything that you're gonna keep fish tank on. because the tank itself weighs a little bit, and then, you know, well, how much does a gallon of water weigh? You know what I mean? And let's say you keep like a 40-gallon tank, which is actually a pretty common size. It is a shit ton of water, man. £8, yeah, that sounds about right. It's like 40-gallon, right? Gallon tank, £8 per gallon. Maybe a little less because you're gonna put decorations and I was not paying attention. You're gonna put decorations, rocks, you know, substrate. They'll displace the water a little bit, but still, those things itself will weigh a bit, right? So 320 pounds of water, yeah, is ridiculous. 320 pounds on, you know, certain like IKEA shelves and stuff where, you know, like the limitation is like 150, 160, and it's, you know, it's just like a disaster waiting to happen, right? It's like that water shifts to one side for some reason. Someone bumps into, you know, the shelf, or, you know, whatever you get your fish tank on. Water's fluid, you know what I mean? The weight will shift, and if that thing is not stable or not meant for those kind of weights, like, it is going to buckle over time, and it's so very dangerous. And that amount of water, like, being out, like, I went away one time on a trip, came back, I had a 40-gallon tank that had leaked. Should have ruined my basement carpet, killed my fish, like ruined the heaters and stuff, because those things are not supposed to be running out of the water. It was not a good experience.
Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has been set. Your insurance claim has been set. Please visit us again.
Weird.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has been set. Thank you. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
But yeah, so you should get a better. Have you had fish before, like in the past when you were younger and stuff?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle
What do we
retrieval
got? 40
system.
seconds. Okay.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
No. Okay. Cool. I mean, you'll enjoy it, I think. You know what I mean? It's I find it to be very interesting in terms of like being a tiny little science experiment, right? That's like a living thing. And like aesthetically, if you enjoy like decorating, or if you enjoy making like, you know, terrariums or whatever, like it's, you know, there's part of that there, right? And, you know, keeping plants underwater, which is also very enjoyable, you know. Requires some patience for sure. And then on top of that, you got a little fishy pet, which is cool. It's like a completely different kind of pet. They're definitely a pet, like especially a betta is a pet all the time. And I'm into plants and stuff too. Yeah, it's, you know, you gotta, you know, just like start small and see how it goes. I wouldn't go too small. I'm sure you've seen like fish tank, whatever videos. Smaller the tank, harder it is to maintain, I find. Over the years, the smaller tanks have given me more trouble with, like, you know,
Welcome to the ASOP
water
vehicle
conditions
retrieval
and
system.
the kind of stock I want to keep.
Stand by.
You limit yourself and you give yourself less
Will be
time,
delivered to the following location.
right? Because you know, less amount of water means quickly the parameters shift and change, and more often you'll have to change your fish water, you know. And the bigger tanks come with their challenges too, right? Because it's like more water, you know, the parameters stay stable longer, you know, there's more to play with, more leeway in terms of, like, you know, what you can do, what you can keep, how much plants, whatever. But also at the same time, like, maintenance, you know, is harder for bigger ones in terms of, like, the actual physical, like, changing of water. But you do it less if it's a bigger tank. So, and it also just depends on what kind of setup you have,
Clear to launch.
the type of filtration you want to run, and then the type of philosophy you adopt in terms of keeping fish. Like, I am not a stickler on always checking my parameters, you know, always keeping it like at a certain level. I am more of a,
Thank you, and please visit again.
you know, my tap water is not crazy, right? I'm more of like, okay, let's take the tap water, condition it, right? Prepare for fish initially, and then just using a lot of live plants and letting a good, you know, like, cycle of algae and things grow. Like, I don't care if, you know, things don't look pretty all the time, you know. Algae growth is a good thing, you know. So I just, like, I let my tanks just do its thing for the most part. I clean the front of the glass more often than the back and the sides, just so I can see. But, you know, I'll keep a certain amount of algae growth. I'll make sure the plants are growing and doing its job, because those are the things that, like, you know, those are the things that keep the environment alive and cycling, right? The natural cycle. And, you know, eventually, like, you start to do the same thing consistently in terms of, like, how you change your water, how much you change your water, how often you change your water. Then, you know, the minimum amount of maintenance that I'm doing consistently, your fish will adapt to, if they haven't died already, right? Like, if they had died, you were doing something wrong to begin with, right? So they're dead, or they were sick, or whatever. But you get to a point where it's like you keep everything very stable by doing the very minimum. And yeah, sometimes fish die, and that's part of it. Because sometimes you just never know, like, how old the fish was when you first got it, how it was raised. Because like, big stores mostly raise their fish is they raise them in temperatures that are, like, a lot higher than what they're typically or ideally supposed to be in. You know, with certain amount of, like, feedings or whatever. So essentially they raise it so they can mature quicker, so they can sell it faster. But when you raise a fish like that, what they've found is their lifespan is shorter, right? Versus if you raise it in its, like, natural environment, it has a more natural growth period, which results in longer lifespan. So, you know, some of the Petco fish and stuff, you get them and you keep everything perfect, whatever, and they'll die because their lifespan's been shortened by the way it's been bred. Versus where, you know, sometimes you go to your local stores where they're getting supplied from, you know, like China, where they're doing it at such large scale that it doesn't really matter whether they need to like churn it out quickly, or they're actually just going out and catching them from like live environments and shipping them over. Essentially, there's a lot of that still. It's kind of dark, but I think we can do it. We'll see about this. Ooh, there's here, let me go back. Flight. Is this gonna work? Oh, did I change my ping? Okay, there's an auto ping option that I could. Okay, let's fly somewhere else. Fuck it. Since this is kind of gonna be our last one, I think. Let's make it a good one. Yeah, let's just go there. But yeah, I mean, there's some good like online places where you can buy fish. I recommend that, or you go to your like local store. Get some bettas. Or just one, you know. Start small. I will say the best place to buy the fish tank is like Petco, PetSmart, because they always have like sales where it's either like a good percentage off, or they don't do it as often anymore, but they'll do like $1 per gallon kind of thing, which is kind of nice. What's the next song? Give us a song. Oh, you know what I got the sudden urge to watch today? Ooh. Out of nowhere, was that King Arthur movie. That Guy Ritchie King Arthur movie. I kind of like that one. There's some really cool things about that movie. He went all out for sure, but I thought that was very interesting. There's some really like cool things. I couldn't pull up in time. it was going to be dumb, so I didn't watch it. No, it's like, you know, they consciously made the choice to go a bit overboard with some of their like fantasy elements, which is fine. It's not like stupid, right? Acting's great, but like they have like, you know, like the typical, I don't know if you enjoy. Oh my god, what is going on? I am cold and I'm dying. Oh no. Oh no. I have spawned out in space. I am somehow still alive. Oh, am I alive? Yeah, still alive. Hello? Somebody? They spaced me, dude. They spaced me. I didn't even do nothing. Maybe my insurance got denied and they just spaced me. Yo, survival estimate is at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 50 seconds, 54 seconds. That's kind of crazy. This is obviously a bug. But imagine wearing a hospital gown in space and surviving for an hour. Interesting. Okay, on that note, I think I'm gonna quit this right now. And go night night while I watch House or that King Arthur movie. But so, like a typical Guy Ritchie movie, like dialogue and interactions with characters, that still is in that movie, just on like a Arthurian like legend story. And there's some pretty cool things that they do with the visuals, interesting characters. I think they do a pretty good job, most of them anyway. And it's like, you know, it's a very enjoyable movie. So I would recommend it. I would watch it. So, okay, well, thanks everybody, and thanks Pseudo for coming and hanging out. It's been fun. Felt like a normal stream, which is good. You know, that's kind of what I was looking for, is, you know, just like, hey, we're gonna be streaming and doing this relatively often on schedule, and hopefully we can keep this going, right? And along with some additional content that we'll create and put out there and whatever, right? Eventually we'll get to that goal. I think that only goal is to get to that 1,000 subs, just so there's like a bit of an emote option and whatnot. And I think just hitting that milestone would be cool at some point, but we'll give ourselves a couple years to get there. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, well, let's see how to end this stream. So goodbye. I'm going to hit an end stream button now. So I'll see you guys on Saturday. If you're still here, and if you're not Pseudo, and if you don't already know, me and Pseudo are doing a CitizenCon show. Here's that little bit. Enter. And then if you don't already follow or know of Pseudo stream, click here and go there. That's where the show will be held. I won't be streaming, but the show will be there, but I will be there as well. So see you guys on Saturday morning. I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow, which is Friday. Yeah, definitely not. I got some shit to do. I don't follow people on Twitch. Yeah, fuck Twitch. Just only YouTube. All right, see you guys. Bye. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. End.